What's up, guys? It's Cyberfelon, and today I'm going through the ranked duels once again, pushing my way as far as possible, see if I can make it to King of Games. And again, nothing's really changed to the deck. I am thinking about adding that one trap card, Spell Absorbing Life, I believe it's called. I'm considering it. It is definitely a decent trap card for the deck. It does really help Yugioh a lot, especially being able to use attacker and accelerator, or not accelerator, attacker and anchor's effect during your opponent's turn, being able to surprise them with that. But let's go ahead, continue pushing through the ranks, and see if I can actually get to Legend this time. Last episode, unfortunately, I wasn't really able to push too far, or at all really. I managed to get to Platinum 5, but then I suffered consecutive losses, enough losses to actually drop me back to rank 4, and then still continue to suffer more losses, almost enough to actually drop me to rank 3. So hopefully I can push through a little bit better this time, maybe make it into Legend, not suffer so many losses. But this is a good opening hand. I'm definitely going to stick with it. Pulse Mines, as always, is a powerful card for this deck. Yugioh Arsenal, as well as Attacker, very good cards to have. He is using Restart. We'll get a peek at his deck, and it looks like a combination of Spellbooks with Dark Magician in it. So that's actually very interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and set my enemy controller in Pulse Mines. Since there's so many spell cards in his deck, most of them he will just activate. I don't really have to worry about his face downs. Mostly I have to worry about his monsters. So to set things up, I am gonna get my arsenal, tribute him off, and bring out my anchor, not attacker, my anchor, and just kind of sit on my anchor. That'll help me get rid of his Dark Magician, get rid of pretty much any of his big hitters. And that's one of the things that I do have to deal with, is Yugioh can't, they struggle in battle against anything bigger than them. They have no real way of beating over anything beyond like 2,300 attack. But other than that, I'm able to pretty much deal with everything else as long as I use my Anchor's effect or my Arsenal. Spellbook of Fate is a pain to deal with. Just easily being able to remove monsters from the field. Spellbook of the Master, that gets him another spellbook. He's copying Fate, banishing one. Or no, he's revealing Fate to be able to search Spellbook of Power by copying Spellbook of Secrets effect. I got the effects confused a little bit. But he's got Spellbook of Power. He's going to boost his monster high enough to be able to destroy my Yugioh. But thankfully I do have my enemy controller. He's got one face down, two face downs, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my enemy controller to protect my monster. Then next turn I'll use my anchor to go ahead and get rid of it, and then attack directly, hopefully. Alright, we got another enemy controller. That's pretty good. Gonna go ahead and summon my Yugioh attacker. Use my anchor's abilities, unless he's got something to stop me. He does have 3 spellbook spells in the graveyard, so he does have Fate, and Fate will be live. Go ahead and use my anchor. Hopefully he doesn't chain Fate to me. He is chaining Fate, which kind of sucks. Get rid of 3, banish 1. It is non-targeting, so it'll just straight up banish one of my cards. So if I don't use my enemy controller, I will lose my attacker most likely. I mean my anchor most likely. Let's just go ahead and let that go through. He gets rid of the attacker. Okay, that does shut down my anchor's effect because I have to have at least one other Yugioh in order to use it. But I don't have to deal with Fate anymore, and it's easy for me to just run over his blue boy. So with only one spellbook in the graveyard and one spellbook monster, he doesn't have Fate live anymore. And that's the main problem card that I always have to deal with, or I have to worry about. But it's not hard for them to actually get spellbooks into the grave. Got Spellbook of Secrets, he ended up using Spellbook of Eternity. He'll use Secrets again. Now he has 3 spellbooks in grave again, so he can use Fate if he decides to add it. He has Magician of Prophecy. He'll be able to search something else off of Prophecy's effect. And I'm assuming he'll probably search Fate. Spellbook of the Master. Well, he can always use Master's effect or cycle Secrets and use it again, which then gets him another spellbook in the graveyard. Oh, he has a Spellbook of Fate in hand already. Okay, that's really horrible. Yeah, cycling Secrets. Getting another Eternity. So he's setting up for next turn. That's most likely Spellbook of Fate. I do have my Yugioh arsenal. I will go ahead and summon my arsenal. Attempt to use my attacker, but I'm pretty sure the same thing that happened last turn will happen again. Oh, he's just going to use it straight away. Get rid of 3 to banish 1. Okay, he's banishing him. And then again, I'll just go ahead and attack over his Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. I'll actually take damage this time since it's in attack position. He does have Eternity, so he will... Oh, Spellbook of Life. Okay. So he's banishing in order to revive. He'll get another search. Eternity will add something else back. Adding another Fate back. Don't think he... Does he have 3? Well, now he's definitely got 3. Adding another Eternity back. Or... adding... whatchamacallit? Secrets back. He's gonna use Fate right now. Banishing my only Yugioh. Instead of banishing though, I'm gonna tribute my Yugioh. That way I at least have it in the graveyard. And I'm gonna take his Magician, forcing him pretty much to banish his own Magician. Or he can banish any card. Or he can just do that. I forgot that it was any card, not just monsters. Okay. So yeah, I am at a distinct disadvantage right now. Pulse Mines does not help me at all. But he is running low on cards in his deck, so he is very, very thin. He's got 3 cards in graveyard, and then let's check out his banished pile. He's got 2 Spellbook of the Masters, 3 Masters, so he doesn't have any way of getting Master again. He has 1 Eternity banished. I believe he's got his other Eternities in here. One Eternity in grave, so he could be playing a 3rd one. He's got 1 Secrets, just looking at really what he's got so far. He has 1 Secrets, he probably has the other Secrets in hand and another in deck. 1 Fate banished, and then 1 engraved, so he's still probably got a 3rd one. So we're still probably going to deal with one more spellbook of Fate. He's still got another spellbook of Eternity probably, and another spellbook of Secrets probably. So he's definitely got a few resources left to be able to kind of control the field, but having only 5 cards left in deck does give me somewhat of an advantage since I do have 12. So I could easily try to draw this out. Now that he doesn't have any face downs, I don't have to worry about anything. So I can attack his blue boy without any worry. So there's that. He definitely has a graveyard set up if he wants to use another Fate and banish my monster. After that, it's really going to be kind of hard for him. He does have the Dark Magician cards, so he can bring Dark Magician out if he wants to. There's Dark Magic Curtain, so he will probably pay half his life points to do that. He'll be at 700, which again, it does help me because it allows me to just go for game a little bit easier. Okay, he's just got that only. That's no big threat, because I can just switch it to defense mode and attack. If I draw another Yugioh and he has no way of stopping me, Ties of the Brethren. That's good. That's really good. But unfortunately I can't actually attack. But I can still clear the field though. So we're gonna go ahead, select both attacker and accelerator. Attacker in attack mode, accelerator in put accelerator in defense mode, because I don't need him to attack it with like Dark Magician and I end up basically losing almost. I'm gonna use my attacker anchors effect to get rid of his rod. And then unfortunately I cannot attack directly right now, or just attack at all. So our life points are very similar. He's got less cards in deck, but he has more advantage in terms of hand and what he can do with it. He does have Dark Magic Curtain, and he surrendered. He must have drawn into his Dark Magician, which is very unfortunate when you have your Dark Magic Curtain, because if you have Dark Magician in hand, basically that card just becomes dead. Completely dead. Both of them become dead because you really can't summon Dark Magician normally. Or it's really hard to, at least. But very interesting deck he had there. Pretty much the Spellbook deck with a little bit of Dark Magician tech in there. He only had 2 Spellbook of Fate, so I didn't have to worry about a third one. It looks like he had 2 copies of pretty much everything, with the exception of Spellbook of the Master. But pretty much it was a good deck. It's definitely did what it did. It stunned me, it took care of my cards, it kept him with card advantage, but he must have unfortunately drawn into his Dark Magician, basically not allowing him to do much after that. Going up against another Yugi. Alright. This isn't too bad of an opening hand. Definitely pretty good, especially if I'm going up against... Yes, especially if I'm going up against that deck. This is a hand I do want to keep because Forbidden Chalice will let me pretty much just deal with whatever he's got. So, I will summon my... Yeah. I'm going to summon my Arsenal. Or should I? No, I'm going to summon my Anchor. Next turn I can summon my Arsenal. But I'm going to keep my Forbidden Chalice face down. So if he does have the Mushroom, or even a Martial Leaf, I can easily just negate its effects. And it's just smooth sailing from that point. 1 face down, probably an Ultimate Providence. Or a Divine Wrath even. both of those cards are basically what you use in Sylvans. Alright, gonna go ahead and summon my arsenal, set my pulse mines, and then use my anchor's effect to get rid of his face down, unless Divine Wrath. And he sent Rose Lover. That's a really good send. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and tribute my arsenal off to bring out my anchor. Do need to keep pulse mines around, so I'll end my turn there. I could have attacked into his Koma Shrumo, but I'd rather have him trigger it than me try to trigger it and then take damage. He does have Rose Lever, which does help him set up quite a bit. Carrot Weight Champion is a pain to deal with. It is 1900 attack, but if that's all he's got, along with a Koma Shrumo or a Magical Merchant, okay, there's a good chance that is not a Koma Shrumo or a Magical Merchant, because he would have flipped it. That's probably another Rose Lover or another Carrot, but I would imagine he'd summon Carrot in attack mode. So it's probably going to be a Rose Lover face down. So gonna go ahead and attempt to use my effects again, destroying his face down, because the Carrot's no big deal. I just don't want to trigger any card effects on that face down. And that was a Rose Lover, so yeah. That's unfortunate, because that does give him more fuel to be able to summon whatever he wants next turn. And my Pulse Mines will not be able to do anything against those cards that are summoned by Rose Lover's effect. At least for this turn. Or at least for the turn that they're summoned. Did he brick? I think he actually bricked. Wow, I think he actually bricked. Yeah, he bricked. Because otherwise he would have gotten something else on the field. Alright, and I believe he just rage quit. Yeah, it looks like he probably quit. Yep, he disconnected. Alright. Nice, I got 50 gems. Now, I believe I only need one more victory. Maybe one, yeah, maybe one more game, and then I should be able to level to Platinum 5. We'll see. Alright. Banded Keith. Cool. And I am going second, and yes, I was right. If I manage to win this game, I will get to Platinum 5 again. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with this. Even though it's only Geargi Accelerators, I think I'm going to stick with this, because Pulse Mines and Forbidden Chalice are very good cards to have right now. And it looks like he does have the restart skill as well. And let's see what he's actually playing. Okay, so he does not want to restart. let's see. A face down. And I'm assuming he's gonna set something else. No, just gonna pass. Okay, so as I've said once before, and many times before, this reeks of Sylvans. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Ties of the Brethren, which really does give me control of the board. I have my Forbidden Chalice to be able to stop his little mushroom guy. Or even Magical Merchant. Either or. I have my Forbidden Chalice to stop that. My Pulse Mines basically can just shut down any monster he summons as long as it's not off of a Rose Lover. And then my Yugiohs, my Anchor and my Attacker can pretty much just deal with everything else. So let's pass turn. Let's see if I'm right about this being Sylvans. Anytime I see my opponent just set a monster and pass, I just know it's probably Sylvans. It's a good like 70 to 80% chance. Carrot weight, not what I was expecting, but it basically, again, I did call it. It is Sylvans. He does have his Martial Leaf, which I'm gonna negate that right away, because Martial Leaf is the other card that you do want to summon and get an effect off of. So Martial Leaf is gonna be a no. And then when he attacks, I'm going to Pulse Mines him, and then basically from there I can just go off on my turn. Dark Core. Alright, that's... Oh, and he's setting the Rose Lover up. Very nice. He's getting rid of that. I do have to activate Pulse Mines preemptively, because I do not have anything else that's a machine on the field. So, if he's got something to go off with that Rose Lover, he can actually clear out one of my monsters. If not, then he's just setting up for next turn, which apparently he's just setting up for next turn when he draws into something. But I don't think there is going to be a next turn for him, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, because I do have enough damage to just easily go for game. Especially once I flip my monsters up and clear his board. Yep, Yugioh Anchor's effect, getting rid of his Martial Leaf, as well as his Carrot Weight. And then this will be direct attack unless there is a Sphere Karibo, which there is no delay between my attack, so that means there is no Karibo, which is a game for me. And that means I do get to level up. And now I'm in Platinum 5 again. So hopefully this time around I am able to push through Platinum 5 a little bit more than I did last time, because last time I got to Platinum 5 and I pretty much just died the moment I got in there. I don't think I won a single game last time. Cool, playing against Bastion. And I'm going second. And if he loses, he ends up going down a rank. So let's try to ruin somebody's day. I know I sound like a total jerk for saying that, but let's try to ruin somebody's day. Have him drop a rank. Okay, this is a slightly interesting hand. He has a what? Is that Gusto? Yeah, it's Gusto. I'm unfamiliar with the deck. Okay, so basically if I attack it and destroy it, he's able to go ahead and banish one of his cards and special summon it during his next turn. So I will go ahead and bring out my Yugioh Attacker to be able to deal with his back row, special my Accelerator, and then I'll go ahead and get rid of his monster. Unless he's got something to deal with it. Does he have something to deal with it? Ooh, a wall of disruption. That is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate for me. Maybe I should have held back that turn. But because I do have my accelerator, which he's probably going to go ahead and destroy, I can get my Yugioh attacker back. I just hope I can really survive this turn. Yeah, maybe I should have held back a bit and not attacked, because that face down was a very big threat. I'm gonna go ahead and get my attacker back. I will unfortunately take a massive hit and I'll be down to 1,000 life. So Ties of the Brethren is completely offline for me now, because I cannot afford to pay the 2,000. Yugioh Arsenal is a very good card to have. I will go ahead and summon my Anchor in attack position, because I can clear his monsters now. Next turn. So go ahead and destroy this one. Yeah, okay, that went through with no problem. Next turn he may try to crash, or he may just summon something else. He will get an effect off of that. And he got a 2,300 point monster now, which I don't know what this does. What the hell? Face-up card your opponent controls and banishes. Wow, okay, so I just lost, because even though I'm gonna negate the effect, I am going to take 2,300 points of damage next turn. There is no getting around that. Yeah, there's no getting around this. This is going to be game. I drew into way too many monsters this time. Banish to special summon the Tricky. Yeah, that's just adding more damage to the field and pretty much more just insult to injury. So unfortunately, I did lose that. Balance. That's actually a really good skill. I wonder if that would be a better skill to have than Restart. I think I'll go ahead. No, I think I'll keep Restart for now. I'll keep that, and then I'll try Balance in a little bit. Maybe next episode I might try out Balance. Alright, going second again against Astro Phoenix. Very good chance this could be heroes. This is a beautiful hand. Very beautiful hand. Face down, 2 face downs, and a monster. Pulse Mines, even more beautiful now. Gonna go ahead and summon, use my Ties of the Brethren, bring out all my other Yugioh. arsenal and my attacker. Or anchor. They both start with an A. I always get them like mixed up. So go ahead and set everything. And then just let him basically just go. And he is gonna just pass turn. So, to start things off, I'll use my attacker's effect to clear out his back row. Let's get rid of his first two that he set, because that last one could be a bluff. And I got rid of Trap Jammer and Wall of Disruption. Wall of Disruption is definitely good. Trap Jammer was kind of less useful because it only stops during the battle phase. Get rid of his face down monster. Let's see what he's playing. Destiny Heroes. Cool. Destiny Hero cubed. Okay. That seemed to do absolutely nothing. So, let's go ahead and attack. See if I can... Yeah, okay. And this should be game? Yeah, that's game. I was afraid there was another Wall of Disruption or something, but he would have used it earlier. Alright, next game. Joey Wheeler. Field of the Warrior, okay. So that kind of narrows down the potential deck I'm dealing with. I'm going to start with this hand. It's definitely a good hand to deal. Go ahead and summon Arsenal. Swap him out. Since he has Field of the Warrior, there's a good chance I'm dealing with kind of monster heavy deck. Could be Noble Knights, could be Six Samurai, most likely Noble Knight, but definitely gonna go ahead with my anchor, keep him face up because I do have Pulse Mines, which is very helpful. Hopefully I draw into another Gear Gear next turn, which then basically allows me to start picking off his monsters, especially if this is Noble Knights, because they can't keep monsters on the field and basically all their spells are useless. Two face downs, three face downs, okay. And totally read that wrong. Forgot that all the Amazons, or a majority of them, are warriors. So I will use my Windstorm. Still the same kind of, same theory kind of applies. As long as I can get rid of the monsters, I really don't have to worry about the actual back row, really. Onslaught becomes dead unless he's got an Amazoness on the field. Or unless he can summon another Amazoness to the field. What you gonna do? Do you have something? No? Okay. Gonna use my Anchor's effect. Alright. Gonna flip and gonna destroy. Enemy controller, okay. Sure, go ahead. And because I don't have a Yugioh when that resolves, my effect fizzles out, so sure thing, man. Now the only thing is I have to choose either destroy my own Yugioh or just pass turn, and I'm going to choose to pass turn because there's no point in me destroying my own monster. So basically, he did save himself from an attack, but I did force him to use an enemy controller and really waste it. Vision Hero, okay. Which raider I'm gonna use my Pulse Mines against? Unfortunately, I do lose my Forbidden Chalice, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use it ahead of time just to boost my monster, because which raider will destroy everything. Enemy controller, okay. Tribute to take. He'll beat over my one Yugioh with my other one, but I do still have control since I do have a monster. And I just drew Ties of the Brethren. And he surrendered. Now, whether or not I was going to actually use Ties of the Brethren, that is a good question, because it does give me more field presence, but then again I do lose my attack. So I may have actually stayed with Ties in my hand until... Why did I exit that? I may have stayed with Ties in my hand until the following turn, where I maybe would have activated depending on what he had on the field, or if he even drew anything. But who knows what would have happened. The duel's over. No need to linger. Playing against somebody from Japan who's managed to score King of Games multiple times. So this may not be an easy opponent. Playing Taya, so there's a good chance he is playing Amazons, because that is one of the characters you do use if you're playing Amazons, especially with Holy Guard, because it allows you just to freely crash. But I am going to stick with this hand because this does give me the ability to just totally trash Amazons, because I do have the ability to destroy all their face downs without any issue, as well as take out any of their monsters. And this is one of the reasons why Yugioh is such a strong deck to play against Amazons, because they really can't deal with you taking out all their back row and whatnot. Pulse Mines to defend myself, Forbidden Chalice just to be able to boost my monster's attacks. I will go ahead and use my... Well, really no point, because it's not like I can activate it during my opponent's turn. Unless they attack into it, which I'm not going to let them. One face down, and immediately surrender. Like I said, that is a very powerful and very overwhelming board for Amazons to deal with. I can just take care of all of their spells and traps, take care of their monsters. So he just saw that I had overwhelming control and just chose to surrender. But this should be, I should be getting close to leveling up to Legend now. Probably just one, maybe two more games, and then I should have the level up. We'll see at the start of this game whether or not I have it now or if it's next duel, assuming I win this one. Let's see, get Septo Kaiba, so there's a variety of decks I could be playing against right now. And yes, if I do win this game, I will level up. Peak performance. Okay, so most likely something dragon related. This is a good hand. This is a good hand. I will basically do the same thing I did last game. Summon, Ties of the Brethren, swarm the field, set my enemy controller. It's not a Pulse Mines, but enemy controller is still definitely a good card to have. Because unless he's got a deck that can swarm the field kind of like mine, I really don't have to worry about more than one monster attacking me. And just in case, I will set my Yugioh Anchor face down, just so that way if he does decide to attack it, and I'm kind of basically telling him, hey, free attack, monster with weak defense, and he manages to get more than one monster, I'll be able to destroy more than one. Mirage Dragon, which is really good, because it does prevent me from using my trap cards during battle phase, but enemy controller is a spell, so it doesn't matter. And he's, oh yeah, he's going into battle phase. I was gonna say he's ending his turn straight away, which is very weird, but battle phase. Enemy controller to stop that. And then let's see if I draw something good. Pulse Mines. That is very good, and that's actually what I was hoping to get. So I will go ahead and use my Anchor's effect, destroying his Mirage Dragon, and then I'll use my Attacker's effect, destroying his back row, and then easily ending this game unless he has a Sphere Karibo, or unless one of those face downs can stop my monster's effect. No, they can't. So, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of both of his face downs. Field spells, no problem. He had an enemy controller and a Wall of Disruption. He could have used that enemy controller to switch something to defense mode. Mostly my Yugioh attacker, or either my attacker or my anchor, because I wouldn't be able to switch them back to attack position since I already altered their battle phase, or battle positions, this turn. But that was game. I am making it into Legend 1, which is going to be a whole new breed of crazy dueling, crazy games, and just difficulty, because every time you get into a new rank, you're going to be facing a lot harder opponents, and you're going to be facing a new crazy game. Definitely going from gold to platinum, there is a big difference, not really big difference, there's a difference in skill level when it comes to the players, and then going from platinum to legend, that's where you're going to be seeing all the best players. They're going to be in legend. You're going to be seeing the meta decks. You're going to be seeing Amazons, Yugioh, Sylvans. You're going to be seeing all the great stuff, the ones that you honestly, in my opinion, the decks that you should be playing if you do want to make it through ranked games. This hand I do want to reset because yeah, I'm gonna reset it. I was hesitating, thinking maybe no, but I want to reset it. Should have maybe stayed with it, but still, it's not bad. It's not too bad. This could be Sylvans, but it's most likely Amazons. Gonna go ahead and normal summon. If he flips Onslaught, then that's definitely gonna be the dead giveaway. No, okay. Gonna go ahead and special summon. And then, because there's a good chance this is Amazons, I'm gonna switch it. Why would you do that? Okay. There's a good chance this could be counter fairies then. Gonna leave this in my hand. I'm just gonna keep my arsenal on the field and attack. What the hell am I playing against? Enemy controller. Karibo. What the hell am I playing against? Adds Karibo, sure, so he's gonna protect his life points. Again, I'm very confused as to what I'm playing against. Life point cost 0. Okay, I think I have an idea now. This could be Cyberstein. I wish I would have set my chalice. But I do have my 2 enemy controllers which will block it. Okay, just 1 face down. I am gonna set my chalice in case he does, or she, he, she. You can't really tell, it's just going by the character. In case she does bring out Cyberstein, another Scalding. Okay. He does have Karibo, so Karibo will protect him, or her. I am gonna swap out for an attacker. Now that Solemn Scalding is gone, I'm gonna switch for my Yugioh attacker, just to be able to destroy his monsters. Or his, any back row. Cyberstein, I knew it. Going to just negate the effect. Now you have a vulnerable monster on the field. And if I'm not mistaken, Karibo only protects against direct attacks. Or it's just battle damage, period. One or the other. But I'm gonna go ahead and use my enemy controller, stopping you from destroying my monster. And then, well, actually no, next turn I won't be able to go for a game. I do have another Forbidden Chalice. I'm not gonna use his effect because that's most likely another Scalding. So I am going to go ahead and attack and destroy Cyberstein, because I don't need him to use the effect again. Enemy controller, okay. Target changed the battle position. Yep. Okay. Let's see what he decides to do. Summons a second Cyberstein. Okay. So I can only block one Cyberstein's effect, and then the other one will get its effect off. And then I can only block one attack with my enemy controller. Mostly the one that's going to be the biggest monster on the field. No effects at all. Okay. So I'll just let the attacks go through, because since he can't use the Cyberstein effects, I'll just take the damage. 700's no big deal. I got my Yugioh Anchor. Go ahead and normal summon him. And let's see how Karibo works. I forgot how he worked. I'm not sure if it's blocking a direct attack or just blocking damage for the turn. It's blocking damage for the attack. Where is he? Yeah, it's only for that battle. Okay, so he does have Cyberstein still on the field. I do have my Yugioh Anchor. I did get rid of his Karibo. Cyberstein is going into defense position, setting another card to defense position, and yeah. Ties of the Brethren really does help right now. I am able basically to wipe out all his cards. Gonna go ahead and bring out both my attacker and my accelerator. Now, did I lose both my arsenals? Yes, I did. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and activate Anchor's effect, clearing him of all his monsters, so I don't have to deal with that threat anymore. Pretty sure this will probably be a Wing Grabo. No, that was the third Cyberstein. Okay. Yeah, gonna go ahead and just pass turn right there. So I don't have to worry about Cybersteins anymore. The only thing that's gonna happen is he's just gonna keep stalling. Or she's gonna keep stalling. But this should be game for me. And he quit, or she quit, assuming gender's here, but they disconnected, and basically that's gonna be game for me. Yep. Alrighty, almost close to those 200 gems. Still in Legend 1. But that's a good start to Legend 1. Let's go ahead for one last game and let's see if we can... No, I was gonna say, let's see if we can get to Legend 2, but no, I pretty much still need probably... That was the first game for Legend 1 last game. So I probably, if I manage to win this, I would need maybe 3 more games? Yeah, because it's 5 games to level up. So I need 3 more games after this if I do manage to win this. I'd need 3 more games to get to Legend 2, 5 to get to Legend 3, and then 5 more to get to King of Games. So a total of 12 games is all I need, assuming I win consecutively one after the other. 12 games is all I would need in order to succeed in reaching my goal of King of Games. Amazon has managed to pull Onslaught. I have the whole field advantage right here. I have everything I do need. Even though he has those 3 face downs, I have everything I need in order to swing this game my way. Arc 5 reference if you've seen it. If you've seen the series. Ties of the Brethren. Gonna go ahead and swarm the field. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Go ahead and bring out those 2. Got my attacker. Got my arsenal. Gonna go ahead and set both my enemy controller. I'm not gonna attack anything because I can't attack. But gonna go ahead and set my enemy controller. Gonna go ahead and set my pulse mines. And then I will go ahead and switch. Really, it doesn't matter. I can't really use the effect during my opponent's turn, so there's no reason for me to flip them face down, other than to give my opponent like a desire to attack my monster. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pass turn. Pulse mines my opponent as soon as they try to attack me, and then next turn I just clear their field completely. Not completely, they'll have 1 monster maybe, as well as 1 spell or trap, but Onslaught is definitely my main target right there. Gonna get rid of that as soon as possible. Then I kind of have to just guess at what the other card is, see which one's gonna be more of a threat, more important to get rid of. Alright, baby tiger, yeah. Holy Guard does protect her, so she's able to swing with tiger or swing with priestess there. And she basically won't take any damage, but I do have my pulse mines to stop all of that from happening. Alright. Got another Ties of the Brethren. Fortunately, my life points and my field are full and my life points are already too low. I only need to resolve one, really. I will go ahead and use my Girgi attacker first. Eliminate the main threat of Onslaught. Treacherous Trap Hole. That is a very good card to have. Basically shutting my attacker down completely. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my enemy controller to steal his priestess. I did the wrong effect. How could I do the wrong effect? Oh my god, that could have cost me the entire game. Oh, why am I stupid? That right there, that just cost me the game. Because if I would have taken his priestess, his onslaught would have activated, allowing me to just destroy both the tiger and the priestess. I can't believe I screwed that up that much. Yeah. Just gonna go ahead and normal summon my accelerator. I wish I could use my Ties of the Brethren again, but my life points are way too low. I will go ahead and just swing at the priestess, but then again, that's not that great of an option either. The tiger can be special summoned. Yeah, tiger can be special summoned again. So I'm going to swing at the priestess. I can't believe I screwed it up that much. He does take damage because I was the one that was attacking. And then I will just let this turn pass. Hopefully she doesn't draw into any more Amazons. If she does, basically I just lost this game because of a stupid mistake. Okay, so just swinging, banishing it. Onslaught does get him another Amazoness. Ooh, wow, Amazoness Queen. And baby tiger. Yeah. That Treacherous Trap Hole was definitely a great card to activate. Definitely something good to use. But that game actually could have just been in his favor to begin with, because he did have Amazoness Queen, which he could have summoned next turn. Basically doing the same thing. His special summoning Queen would have gotten baby back. Baby could have crashed and then I would have lost my monster either way. So, partially my fault, but from the way it looked, he pretty much had game no matter what. Especially since he managed to use that Treacherous Trap Hole to pretty much clear my cards out of the field and protect his onslaught, preventing my attacker from going off. So that was, he actually had the setup to stop me. He pretty much had the setup to stop me. So, that's it for today, guys. Managed to finally make it to Legend 1. Managed to get a few duels in on Legend 1. Unfortunately, I did lose that last one. But, next video, I'm going to try to push my way as far through Legend. Maybe make it King of Games even. I did figure that it was like maybe 12 games left in order to make it to King of Games. Maybe 13 now since I did lose. Or a little bit more, I'm not sure. But I am close. The goal is within sight. It is possible. But that's it for today, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video of the duels. As always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, later guys.